What's up, guys? Welcome back to the live stream for Lights On Season 3, presented by Gloving.com, home of the International Gloving League, sponsored by our good friends over here at Glow. I'm Skittles.
And I'm Wheat.
And what are we talking about today?
You know, judges just finished scoring all those top 64 matchups. So we're going to go ahead, highlight some of those people, let you guys check them out. And then, of course, you guys want to find out who advanced all the way to the top 32. So we'll reveal that. But, you know, as usual, we do have some information to talk about first.
We do, but I do want to shout out all the judges. As you guys know, we had a ton of videos to comb through, and without the judges getting all their stuff done on time, we wouldn't be able to sit right here presenting fun results for you guys later on in this stream. So, but yeah, before we do that as well, gotta do the thing that I always do. Camera guy, can you throw the links to all of our social media on there? We got our Instagram, we got our Facebook page and our Facebook group page. As you guys know, just follow that right now if you can. We're going to be releasing a lot of important information and very exciting information there. I actually have a very, very exciting announcement over the next couple of days that we're going to be pushing out. So follow it, otherwise you might miss out. But yeah, let's go into some general IGL updates and exciting things that have happened.
Yeah, if you guys have been following us, you'll have heard that Boss is back. And we have 3 bosses coming up in March alone. So we do have the Arizona boss coming up March 3rd. We do have the Colorado boss March 17th. I'm going to that, and I'll be judging. So make sure to come out there, say hi. I want to trade with you guys. And then we do have the Chicago boss March 31st. That'll wrap up the month. And that's only March.
Yeah, and if you guys want to join one of those bosses or go check them out, camera guy, if you can throw on the link right here, go to that link right there, and that will give you all the information that you need if you decide that you want to go compete or spectate. But one important and really cool note I want to mention is actually from the Minnesota boss, which we had a couple of weeks ago. So first off, I want to say congratulations to Ben Dabin for taking first place in that competition. Just so you guys know, Ben was unranked before competing in that boss. That means he had never competed in the IGL before, but he ended up winning and propelled all the way into the top 50-ish range of the rankings. And that's out of nearly 300 ranked glovers. So that just gives you an idea of how impactful competing in these competitions can be. So anyways, highly encourage and invite you guys to join whatever competitions that we offer, you know, whether it's in person or online. It's a great way to just get your name out there, have some fun, and again, get the community together, which is what it's all about. And anyway, speaking about getting the community together, we got something else planned for you guys as well.
Yep, coming up May 17th, you guys could catch all of us at the Esports Arena in Las Vegas for TNL. We're going to be having Thursday night lights there. You know, it is at the Luxor Hotel and Casino. We're going to have it open from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. It's going to be open for all ages, and it's going to have 21 up in a bar. So, you know, for everyone who wants to drink and get their party on. Make sure, come out, say hi to us. We want to trade with you guys. We want to hang out with you guys. What else can they do?
I mean, first of all, I do want to mention what's different about this year than the previous years. We actually secured a 30,000 square foot venue. So we want to make sure that we're able to fit everyone in this time, because in the previous years, we had issues getting people in, and, you know, we don't want to leave anyone out. You guys know us. We want to invite everyone, and we're taking the steps needed to make sure that you guys have a good time. So anyways, it is at the newly built Esports Arena inside the Luxor Hotel and Casino, as Dylan had mentioned. This is a great time, honestly, for you guys to get together with your friends from across the nation. I mean, we're all friends, but we're also spread out. So this is that one time of the year where you can get together, you can celebrate, you can trade in person, because that just doesn't happen nearly enough. You can host your team tryouts, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are prospecting people from all around the nation. So this is a great time for you to meet each other, feel each other out, and, you know, just figure out if you're going to be a good fit. Finally, again, we're going to be there. We're just there to have a good time with you guys. So anyways, I think it's time we should just jump into the rest of the fun stuff.
Absolutely. And, we had 9 brackets this season. There's a ton, or what is it, over 50% were novice?
Yep.
So we got to highlight these guys. We want to shout you guys out. So up first from the novice N1 bracket, we do have Frodo versus Potts. Camera guy, go ahead and roll that. So up first, we do have Frodo. Frodo's one of our glovers out from India, so we do have that international presence. It's really awesome to see. He's entered every single season of Lights On, so it's cool to see that commitment. And honestly, I love his set. I love his whips. He has nice finger tuts. He's bringing it out. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's just great, again, to see that international presence. And again, coming back for the 3rd season in a row. Thank you, Frodo. Really appreciate the support. I know you're having fun. Yeah, let's move on to the next video. We have Potts. So Potts is from Hawaii, #Aloha Nation. I don't think I need to say more. We know that pretty much all the glovers that come from Hawaii drink that Hawaiian water and just become monsters at gloving. She's been gloving for actually less than a year, and she already has this slow and methodical style of tech going down, a lot of control over her fingers, which is really awesome because I still can't do tech, and I've been gloving for almost 10 years.
It's definitely not one of the easier things to get down. But we do have another matchup for you guys to check out. All the way from novice N3, we do have E10 versus Gmo. Let's go ahead and roll that. So up first here is E10. He's a glover from California. He's been gloving for a little less than a year too. Has a very flowy style. And I love his recording setup a bit. It's really cool seeing how up close he can get, and I love the slow tech he does while he's extremely, extremely close to the camera.
Yeah, I love his setup, and just, again, like, I'm able to really focus on the lights here. They're just super bright, but I can still see everything that he's doing, so that's really cool. And he went up against Gmo, who is also from California, who has also been gloving for less than a year. So, the great thing about Gmo's video that caught my eye was, well, the reds and the blues. Looks like he's an impactor as well. And, he throws in a lot of those finger rolls and whips, which are, I consider more of the old school foundation of gloving. So, don't see a whole lot of that nowadays. And it's always refreshing to me personally when I do see that stuff. So really, really appreciate his video, and just appreciate seeing the reds and the blues representing in the competition scene.
Yeah, we do have a few competitors doing the impact style again this season. It's really sick to see, but we do have one last novice matchup to shout out. And it's all the way from N5, and it's Crumbs versus Cakes. We'll go ahead and roll that. And Crumbs' video, it's very clean, very slow. Although he does have a lot of cool concepts, and he's extremely clean with them. One thing I've noticed a lot is he does a lot of moves out of frame. And this is something that we've been noticing more with all these entries from Lights On. You guys have to stay in frame. It's really important. If you can't see it,
then we can't judge it.
Can't judge it. Yeah. But overall, I loved his show. It was really clean. It felt like a nice classic show.
Yeah, and then next, he went up against Cakes, who has been gloving for less than a year as well. Just really loved seeing the digits and the concepts she uses. However, she did go out of frame. Again, we saw this across all the brackets, guys. Try to stay in the frame as much as possible, because, if we can't see it, if the judges can't see it, it's hard to really assess whether it's a good light show or not. So, definitely pay attention to that. But let's move on to the challenger brackets. Let's shout out a few of the matchups that stuck out here. First off, let's shout out Sarcasm versus Flashin'.
And again, this is what we're talking about, or we were just talking about being in frame. And in general, for your camera setups, you want to be center of the frame. You want to have it, angled close or about towards your chest. So that way you give yourself enough space to be going through all of your moves. But for Sarcasm's show, other than that, he had incredible pacing, he had great musicality, and I love a lot of his finger tuts. I might steal a few of those.
Yeah, I love the little triangle. I don't know if that's the right term, but he does these little triangle moves with his fingers. So I really enjoyed that. But he went up against Flashin here. And yeah, I mean, just to start off, I really loved Flashin's set. It was quite flashing, if I must say so myself. He had nice energy, though, throughout his show. But yeah, I mean, overall, what did you think, Dylan?
Well, first off, I thought you were awful for stealing my puns, Davis. But really, his set was great. I love the energy through his song or through his show. He was really able to flow through the entire song while matching the song's pace, and it felt like I could get sucked into it. And it was really nice to see.
Nice. Next matchup I want to talk about is Shade versus Mittens. So let's pull up Shade's video. Right off the bat, just love his camera setup. Just the right amount of backlighting, and I like his glove set as well. He moves the right pace in order to use that glove set, so I'm able to see everything that's going on. You know, he has very interesting concepts, a lot of tech, which seems to be fairly standard nowadays. But yeah, you know, also great musicality. Shout out to using the Slander tracks all the way back from season 1.
Yep, you guys can use any of the tracks from any of the seasons, so feel free to abuse that. But up next, we do have Mittens, you know, some more Hawaii, some more Aloha Nation, and of course, Infinite Movement. They're mobbing in deep this bracket, or this season. They're in multiple brackets. And, you know, Mittens here, amazing recording setup. You have the ample lighting, you can see his fingers, you can see his lights, nothing's drowned out. You can see all of this crazy tech he's doing right now. And of course, you know, he's got that Hawaiian musicality. He's hitting almost all of the beats, throwing out unique concepts, wave tuts. It's a killer show.
Yeah, I expect nothing less from the IM boys. Speaking of the IM boys, another one here in the matchups of the challenger bracket. We got Atlantis versus Tofu. So let's pull up Atlantis' video here. And yeah, right away, I mean, again, he just killed the drop in this show. So if you guys haven't seen the whole show, highly recommend you go check it out at gloving.com. He has a very new gen style, but I do appreciate that he used a lot of trails within his show, because that's just simply not something that I see a lot of anymore. Everyone's so focused on the small little complicated tech moves, they forget about the beauty of the light. So I really appreciate that one, Atlantis. And he went up against one of your favorites.
Oh yeah, UFO Tofu, definitely one of my favorites. And someone who shows he's not quite a big a fan of the trails right now. One of the blinkiest sets we've seen out of any season. And again, this is something extremely interesting. It's not very common, but while doing so, he still threw a skillful show. It's much different than what we've seen. Really interesting concepts. If you see all these like jellyfish concepts he's doing right now, it was an extremely refreshing show. But again, this is going to be a hard one for the judges. I can't wait to see what they did with that. But we did pass through all of the challengers and all the novices. We do have a pro bracket.
All right, let's talk about those. So what do we got? What's that first matchup you want to talk about?
First up, we have Cashtown versus Light. Let's go ahead and roll that. And if you guys want an example of great recording setups, you can watch Cashtown any day. If you want an example of good color sets, Cashtown any day. He has musicality like crazy, a lot of showmanship coming out, and you know, he has a lot of potential this season.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Definitely always a fan of his style. His presence is just so strong. He just throws his body into it, you know, and he has the actual technical abilities to go along with that. So I think it's just overall a great combination for a competitive style light show. But he went up against Enlight. So Enlight here, you know, for Enlight, he definitely had a lot more concepts and technicality behind the show. He's definitely a Glover in my eyes that focuses more on kind of the complexities and the technical aspects, and you know, doing things that look really crazy and complicated with the lights. I would say relative to Cashtown, he has a lot less presence and showmanship. But you know, again, there's pros and cons to doing either one, and they both had their strengths and weaknesses in my eyes. But we'll find out soon enough who rises out of that one. Next matchup.
Well, the next matchup, I have to ask, are you okay? Because we got Mumbles.
Oh, that's why you're asking.
Moshe. So we do have Moshe and Mumbles. Let's go ahead, throw that up.
I'm okay now that Ayo's back. But yeah, let's talk about Moshe's video first. So what do you think?
Yeah, Moshe's video, awesome color set. You can see he has extremely good tutting sequences going on right now. And his video is another example of one where some moves are going out of frame. If you guys don't have the wide angle lenses or the fish eyes, I do recommend just backing up from the camera a bit. It does make it a little more easier to watch. But overall, his show was crazy. It definitely stacked up against Mumble's show, which we have here.
Yeah, and here's Mumble's show. So Mumbles, if you guys don't know, is part of Ayo, who's also made a very large comeback this season with a few members. But right off the bat, I've always known Mumbles to have very unique concepts. He falls within the realm of like fast morphing and tech for me, but the concepts that he does use are things that I don't see your traditional tech or morphers use. So just really cool to see that there. But anyways, that was a crazy matchup. And finally, we have this one last matchup between two guys that specialize in concept creation.
Absolutely. So we do have R-Dub and Clumsy. So let's go ahead and throw that up. First up, we do have R-Dub. We were just mentioning, these guys just constantly create concepts. This is what their shows are about. And R-Dub right here, you have that slow, methodical pace you really have to follow every single finger because he's always doing something.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do like it because he's flowy. A lot of tech is too stiff for me, so he really moves with it and it's very floaty, which I like. He catches things and moves things at a nice speed. But let's pull up Clumsy's video, who's insane with the concepts as well. He has extremely interesting tech concepts. I actually have seen a lot of this in person as well a few months back, but definitely uses things I've never seen before. And he has such strong skill in the, isolating his fingers and doing different hinges with them. So I really love that. He's also able to keep up with the music pretty well, hitting a lot of the different notes there. Definitely not a very traditional show. One thing I would have loved to see was a little bit more presence there, but again, the concept creator guys seem to focus a lot more on, technicality and complexity versus the showmanship side of things. So again, we'll see who rises out on top very soon.
Mm-hmm. And we will talk about that in a second. We do usually have a segment before this. And I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I do have a little special pin here.
No one noticed. It's too small.
It's too small? Can you read it for them then, Davis?
No. Can you just zoom in on that?
Just go ahead and zoom in on that. That says the rules. We do have rules in this competition. And unfortunately, our first round of this one, we did see a few DQs.
Yeah, we did see a few DQs.
A few. And I just want to be able to go over the rules again with you guys, make sure you guys fully understand them, and make sure this competition is going to be good for everyone. So of course, you guys' submissions, they need to be public on YouTube. That's where you need to host them. Your videos, the timestamp on your video cannot exceed 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You guys can use any track from any season of Lights On, nothing else. You have to use the Lights On tracks. All of your submissions must have the Lights On intro video file that corresponds to the current season. So if you're in season 3, you have to use the season 3 intro. You guys can't edit your light show in any way, meaning no cuts, no transitions, nothing to enhance your show while it's going on. And you also cannot edit in any company, brand, or store's logo into your banner. However, you guys can edit in your IGL gloving team's logo or your IGL registered glover name. That's absolutely okay. We love to see you guys repping your teams and yourselves. And of course, we do have no props and no full face mask. Props, include anything you can use that's not your body or your gloves. We just want you guys to put your camera there and film a standard light show. That's it.
Oh, that's not it. You forgot that one very important rule that resulted in many DQs.
I don't know if I remember that one.
That
Can
one,
you help us?
That one is called Don't be late. So, we're pretty strict on that, as you guys saw. Our forms actually do close automatically. So if you didn't get it in when the form closed, unfortunately, rules are rules. We give you guys plenty of notice. We email you guys. We say it on this live stream. We post it within the competitors' pits. We're going to take a lot of different measures to ensure that you get the information you need in order to make it through this competition. And, you got to also meet us halfway. But anyways, don't be late. That's the most important rule.
Don't be late. And just to help you guys not be late and make sure you understand everything, we do have all of this information in the pinned post in the competitors' pits on Facebook. If you're on your computer, it's all the way at the top. If you're on the mobile app, you'll scroll to the top and it'll say pinned post. This has things like the due date, the submission form. You guys have to use that submission form to get your videos in. It has the intro clip, the scorecard guide, the rules, the playlist, anything you guys need to know, it's going to be in there. And if you guys have any questions for us, just remember we are in the office Monday through Friday, 9 to 6 p.m. PST. So try to get those questions to us in those times. If it's outside those times, we do try to be there for you guys. But unfortunately, it's the weekend. We're out of the office. Just try to hit us up when we're absolutely there. We'll be able to help you guys out. But other than that, have they waited long enough? Do you want to make them wait longer?
No, I don't want to make them wait longer. I really want to tell them because these matchups are so crazy. I wanted to tell you guys yesterday because I found out in the morning, and oh my God, it's literally some of the most epic matchups I've seen ever in gloving, but I think it's time. So let's just kick it off right away. We're gonna first reveal the novice bracket matchups. Camera guy, if you can pull up the N1 and N2 brackets.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. We have a lot of great glovers moved on here. We have Potts, who we shouted out. Potts did move on right there. And, there's some ranked glovers from previous seasons in here as well. So just really great to see, but super excited.
Yeah, and we have N2 here as well. We have some more ranked glovers. Everyone's doing great. And, if you do have no competitor, it's unfortunate, but you do still have to submit your video. If you have no competitor at any point in the competition, remember, film your video. You still get points for it. But other than that, let's check out N3 and N4 real quick. And there you guys have it. Congratulations to everyone who's moving on. We do have some cool matchups like Mothy and Monarch. Which insect do you think is going to win?
Oh, man, they both begin with M's, and that's my favorite letter. I don't know.
Here we go. We have the N4 bracket. Some great names up there. We have Aang versus Mantis. We have Lake Forest versus Quest, and many others. But we do have one final novice bracket. We can go to N5. And there you guys have it. Again, congratulations to everyone there. We do have another no competitor, so make sure you still film your video, Panda Eric. And shout outs to everyone else there. Pikachu versus 100 grand, Mango versus Spacey. Some killer matchups.
Yep, awesome stuff. And sorry if we're moving too fast with this, guys, but we'll be posting all the results online after this as well. But we would just want to show you guys because there's a lot of stuff to show. Let's move on to the challenger brackets. Let's throw up C1. And right off the bat, congratulations again to everyone who progressed into the top 32 of C1. You'll notice here, what's really cool, a lot of ranked glovers in here, which makes sense. This is why they're in the challengers bracket. They've come from previous seasons, they've competed before. So just really awesome just to continue to see your guys' support and enjoyment within the league here.
Yeah, it's cool. We see a Lord's Light member there. We got Wobig. We have a bunch of ranked glovers. We have Dips versus Cracks. It's a crazy bracket. So let's check out our next bracket, C2. And there you guys go. C2, congratulations to everyone making it this far. As we just saw, Mittens, he did win his match. We have Apollo versus Lucy D, JRD versus Vulcan. You have your impactors.
Yeah, and then we have Pretzel, who's a challenger champion from season 2. So he's in here as well. So again, just really awesome to see a lot of familiar names coming back, and I just can't wait to learn more about all these glovers, but let's run it over to C3. So C3, we have, well, there's another familiar name, Alien, who finished very high in the Challenger bracket in Season 2. We have Waterboy, another impactor, making it through. Congrats there. We have Dave, who everyone knows, likes to throw light shows while riding his bike, apparently.
Yep, and he's going versus Bloom. She made top 4 last season. That was sick. We have Hypno and Sirius, Tweety and 2D. That's going to be an insane matchup.
And look at Tofu. Tofu definitely made it through, so
there we go.
There you go.
And we have one last bracket to shout out, the big boy bracket. That's going to be your top 32 for the pros. And do you see any matchups you like here?
I see a lot. I mean, right off the bat, Outlaw versus Stasis. Outlaw, obviously a fan favorite, and Stasis kind of left for a little while, but he came back for this competition. We got Starlight versus Jet.
Woo!
I mean, Jet's a great friend of mine. I love Starlight's style.
Yeah, we have Mr. Freckles versus Blunt. Mr. Freckles did amazing this round. It's going to be cool to see. And then we have someone actually bumped up to the pro bracket, Embito from last season. He was in the challenger bracket. He bumped himself up. And then if you guys catch your eyes down there, we have Ice Cream Teddy versus Cashtown.
Well, that one's going to be a good one because they have such different styles. But, I mean, I think that it's just going to be crazy.
For top 32, that is a crazy, crazy match. So that's exciting.
Yeah. Anyways, congratulations to everyone who made it into the top 32. Your videos are due this coming Sunday, March 4th by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. So camera guy, can you just please put that date up there? Please don't be late. You guys have like 5 nights to record. Plenty of time to plan your recording and to load it up to YouTube and to submit it through the form. So no excuses here, plenty of time. Just get it handled and let's make this season just super, super exciting.
Yeah, please guys, just get your videos in. Again, Sunday, March 4th by 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's PST. You can convert it on Google. It's super easy. But honestly, thanks to our judges. You guys have been killing it. Thank you for getting everything in on time. That was extremely, extremely good of all of you. They're putting in a lot of work. So please, everyone, thank your judges. And who are our sponsors?
Thanks to our sponsors, Glow.
Thank you, Glow. They make all this happen. And make sure to follow us on social media. We do have our Facebook group. We do have our Facebook page. And we do have our Instagram at International Gloving League. You guys follow that. You're going to see all the videos that we've been shouting out and highlighting. Davis is telling you where to find it. I hope you can see it on the screen because I sure can't. Anyways, that's it for this week.
All right, we'll see you guys soon. Peace.